Broadcasting from Fintas, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show LTL. This time is conspiracy theory news. This time is, let's go into what happened back in 1990 when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. Of course, when he invaded it, of course it was like negotiations failed, and he sent his little army over there to take over. We could say about a lot of things that went on. Maybe one reason they said because Kuwait drilled over the line of Iraq with Saddam Hussein said, you drilled over my line, return the oil, because usually the oil be put in the oil reserve. Either return the oil or there's consequences. We could say all this. We could say they invaded, everybody left, all the men left, and they left it wide open for the women and children to be ransacked by the Saddam and his men. We could say all that in rumors and speculation. But let's look at the real picture of it. Conspiracy theory of it. It was reported that the reason why they came to here in Kuwait to take over, to get the oil wells, get the oil out of Saudi Arabia, oil refineries, or the oil wells out of Saudi, threaten Saudi Arabia. That's why Saudi asked America. But conspiracy theory is, what really I believe is, what is Kuwait? Kuwait is in charge of oil refineries, oil reserves. You see it when you visit. But you got to have a visa and you got to have a purpose of being there to work. So that was one key thing of, you know, if you want to come to Kuwait, and you got to be scheduled to come there either by visitation or your family is over here. But the real point here it is, if they have oil reserves and they are known as the 11th richest country in the world, but their oil refinery is the 5th oil refinery in the world. So the key thing is, as they get the oil, here Saudi got oil, Iraq got oil. Iraq don't say they don't have oil. If they didn't, they would have had Saudi already. But the key thing is, they both have oil. This is an oil reserve. And in the oil reserve, they need to have ships sent out to go to different parts of the world. Saudi do that with the United States. In order to get the oil, they had to, for the United States, they bring their cargo ship. They bring their cargo ship, they put the oil, carry the oil, and they put it onto the ship, and the ship takes off with it. Of course, cash was exchanged from there. So Saudi has really rights to Kuwait exporting of the oil. Iraq don't. You think for 1 minute that Saddam Hussein was thinking economically, that he wanted to take over so he can have the oil refinery, but to have the exporting, shipping, so he can make the money, him and Iraq. Because what do Iraq have? I know the money is still funny. They're waiting for it to go up. But the money won't fluctuate or go up unless the oil go up, the value of the oil, especially in Iraq. Maybe China may have a helping hand in the future, so their money value will be going up as well. So that's the key thing and the main reason why Saddam Hussein wanted Kuwait, so he can have the exporting business to ship the oil out to different parts of the world and start making money. That's my conspiracy theory, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll be back with more LTL editorial news.